Before I'll begin my personal remarks, I'd like to join colleagues to salute the presence of the Honourable Member for La Pointe de l'Île. Welcome, Madam.
I'm honored by the very kind comments so many colleagues have made today, and
I want to thank you all for your remarks. It's always a pleasure for me to be here in the House. I appreciated the opportunity to serve since my election in 1988.
Being their representative in this House, and I'm honored to have been able to do it for so long. And so consistently, in the sense that they keep re-electing me. I've appreciated that support immensely, and I'm very, very pleased and honoured to have been the Member of Parliament for such a great constituency. I always say Canada's first capital, and it has been a privilege to serve my community of Kingston. And I must say I look forward to spending a little more time there if there's a dissolution shortly. I'd also like to express my profound thanks to the Clerk of the House, as well as her predecessor, Bill Corbett, for the support they provided.
The Speaker has to work with the Clerk all the time to arrange things in the House and to receive advice regarding things that happen here, as well as advice on the Speaker's rulings.
The Clerk and her officials have been very, very supportive and very, very helpful, and obviously if I'm getting some credit for some successful decisions in the House, a lot of the credit goes to the table officers who do the work in preparing these things. I don't claim to do all that research myself. It's great. I also want to say how much I appreciate the support of my fellow chair occupants. As deputy speakers, I've had Bob Kilger working with me. The current Minister of Transport was a deputy speaker. Bill Blakey was a deputy speaker, and the member for Regina Capel is the current deputy speaker. We've had a very interesting association among the whole group of us in a way. As deputy chairs of Committee of the Whole, Reginald Belair was one, l'Honorable Député de Hull.
Honourable Member for Hull-Aylmer was another. Ottawa Orleans.
The Honourable Member for Victoria, and I've enjoyed also working with all of them. And then finally the deputy, assistant deputy chairs of Committees of the Whole. We had Eleni Bakopanos, Betty Hinton, Jean Augustine, and currently the Honourable Member for Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes, Brock. And I thank them all for their assistance. As a team in each case, I think we have worked very, very well together. I'd like to also thank all the dedicated staff in my Kingston office who have worked hard to keep the constituents of Kingston and the Islands happy. Once I became Speaker, the number of days I could spend there during the week diminished somewhat. And so I haven't done as many appointments in the last 10 years as I did in the years before that, but they have seen a lot of constituents and dealt with a lot of the issues and helped out. And the staff in the office here in Ottawa have also been very helpful, and particularly in the Speaker's office in assisting me in this role in helping arrange all the trips and the visiting delegations and the meetings with officials that I get to do on behalf of the House. I appreciate their help very, very much. I thank the Leader of the Opposition for mentioning my old friend Jerry Yanover. We were in high school together, and I'm sure he'd love to have been here today if he were still around. So, I'd like to thank my family, my sisters, my 5 sisters, my brother, some of whom are here today, their spouses, their children, all of whom have helped me, my mother, and I'm looking forward to again getting a little more time to spend with them at the cottage when we get a summer break this summer, so that will work out well. And I want to also thank all of you for having elected me so frequently as Speaker in this House. It's been a singular honor to serve in this position, and I'm delighted always at the support that I get, of course, at the elections, and of course elections are a real pain in the neck for speakers. You have two every time. However, having got in, I do then have the pleasure of working with each one of the members. Et toujours c'est un plaisir pour moi.
It's always a pleasure for me to have talks with you, discussions, some minor messages now and again, and I do appreciate the support and collegiality you've shown toward me. I appreciate that a great deal, and especially these comments today.
By telling a little story, toward the end of her long reign, Queen Elizabeth I, in an address to her subjects, said these words, "Though God hath raised me high, yet this I count the glory of my crown, that I have reigned with your loves. When you elected me to this job, you raised me high in this house. But what has been the wonderful part about it is the affection and the respect that you've showered upon me since my first election. Merci beaucoup, mes chers collègues."
Thank you very much.